Hello, welcome to another Vietnamese cooking video. Today I do have 3 more easy to make and very yummy Vietnamese dishes for you guys to try out. So without further ado, let's go! Good morning everybody. It is time to make some breakfast. Today we're going to make a very easy breakfast that I used to eat every single day when I was in high school in Vietnam. Fried rice. I do have some fried rice left from last night, which is perfect because to have a good fried rice, you would need to have rice which is a little bit cold like this, not just freshly cooked. For a very healthy fried rice, obviously, we would need protein, vegetable, and carb together. I used to just fry the rice like this with some oil and then put the egg in. But I discovered that when I do that, the rice just doesn't look so yellow. And I don't like that. So when I was in Vietnam, I saw some people in the restaurants doing this trick and I just cannot stop doing that since then. Before you start frying the rice, we're going to put some egg in there first. And then you're going to get in there with the gloves and you're going to squeeze them together so that they got a good mix between rice and egg. I forgot one important thing. No, you guys. You're not supposed to take the egg white. Just take the egg yolk, okay? For the protein, it is very simple. We're going to have some sausages. If you have, I don't know, German sausages, just put it in there. It's fine as well. I have Vietnamese sausages. If you don't know what is a Vietnamese sausages, the principle is very similar to any other sausage. You just get meat and then you grind it down so that it's mushy and then it stick together and then you just steam it. Just gonna get a little bit. Now we move on to the veggie. So a very important rule when you make fried rice, the veggie cannot squeeze out water, which means carrot is fine, su su, this kind of veggie is fine, kohlrabi is fine. Because when you fry this thing, the water stay inside of these vegetables. This is a su su. I'm just gonna put the name in English here for you guys. And the thing I like about su su, you can keep it for a week, 2 weeks or something in the fridge and nothing happened. Normally, if you try to keep vegetable that long, like a broccoli, it's gonna pass out and turn bad in 3 days. First, we're going to fry all of the veggie. In this case, it's just one veggie, but you can put carrot in. It looks super cute. Remember to cut it small so that you can cook it easily, okay? This is glutamate. It makes the dish 10 times tastier. I really hope that it is a healthy thing because I ate it a lot. Then some salt. I'm just gonna put some fish sauce in it. It is crunchy. It is good. Let's pull it out. Here I also have like some frozen shrimp. Gonna put it in here. Quickly stir it before we cook the rice. And put our rice inside. So this is basically my morning routine. I wake up, I will start doing yoga or I will start working, and then at around 11 I will have my brunch. And that's because it's a brunch, it should be very fulfilling. Make sure to have rice, vegetables, seafood, and meat. And you can also put a bit of glutamate in here. Just a little bit. And fish sauce. If you don't have fish sauce, just put salt in. It's fine. So the key for a very good fried rice is that, as I said, the rice has to be dry. If it sticks together or if it's wet, it's not gonna taste good. You have to make sure. Look, the rice at the moment, they are separated from each other, which is pretty good. Now we can add in the sausages. And then carefully put in the veggie, but make sure not to have the water touch the rice. And basically, that's it. Okay, this is my breakfast. Enjoy. It's really good. The best part about this kind of dish is that you can just put everything you have left into this dish. As long as it's a dry dish, put it in here. It's going to be yummy and healthy. 10 out of 10. Okay guys, so for lunch we're going to make one of my favorite Vietnamese dish called cà bung đậu thịt. It's basically mean eggplant, tofu, and meat. That's the dish. It tastes very unique. If you're from a foreign country, I don't think you ever taste anything like this in their entire life. And I think you would really like it. I'm very confident. I love it a lot. First, we would need some tofu. Don't buy those insanely soft tofu. Buy the tofu that you can fry without it turning into small pieces. I'm going to cut it into small pieces. Do you know tofu is really easy to make as well? I did make tofu by myself once. It was insanely yummy. I should make a video about that one day. Now we're going to fry them until both sides are golden brown. While waiting for the tofu to be fried, let us take care of the eggplant. First, I need to prepare a bowl with water and salt. Because if you cut an eggplant open and you don't cook it immediately, it turns black because of the oxygen process. We're going to cut it like a tiny little brick. So we're going to mix it with water. We're just gonna leave it there. Okay guys, the next thing we're going to need is pork belly. You cut it into small bites like this. This is my favorite part of the dish because the meat and the fat, it's just making the dish have such a deep flavor. While your hands are already dirty, let's cut some shallot. We don't have like big tomato at the moment, so I'm just gonna steal some salad tomato from German boyfriend. As you might notice, German boyfriend is home today, so he is very vocal about all of the cooking process, although you cannot hear him. Okay, so our tofu is done. Just gonna get it out. We're gonna use the same oil to cook the pork belly now. I don't know what's going on with the pork in Germany, but many times when I go to the supermarket and I buy pork belly, they smell so bad. My mom always said it's the smell of the male pig or something. But sometimes if you're lucky, normally I go to Rewe, I buy the pork belly in Rewe, and those one is not smelly. So you cook it until it is a bit brown like that. Now we can start. Get all of the meat into a pot. Now we're going to fry the shallot and the tomato. Okay, I think we got it. Now we're just gonna put the shallot and tomato in our pork belly pot. And we're gonna pour some water in here. Now we're going to put the eggplant inside. Time for the flavor. First we need salt. Then we need MSG. Then fish sauce. Then my favorite secret weapon that my mom always put in, turmeric. You add some turmeric in here. Now we're going to cook it. I guess for around 20 minutes or even 30 minutes until Everything is fully cooked, especially the eggplant. See you in 30 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes. We are back at it again. So the last thing we're going to do is putting the tofu in and this kind of veggie. I think in Vietnam they call it rau. How do you call it? Tía tô, tía tô. That's how they call it in Vietnam. My mom has a lot of this in the garden. It has such a good smell. You can eat salad with it. You can eat noodle with it. You can eat everything with it. You can put it into soup as well. Going to remove it from the stem. I also eat this veggie a lot when I'm sick as well. Like when I make chicken porridge, I always put it in because it's yummy and it tastes super duper good. Cut it into small pieces. Let's put the tofu in. Guys, I think we're done. It took 45 minutes to make. Not that bad, not that bad. This is a little bit complicated, but it is going to be good. So my lunch today is very simple. Just a bit of rice and a big bowl of cá bún. I am good at cooking, you guys. It's a pity that German boyfriend doesn't like Vietnamese food so much. He would benefit so much just by living with me and eat this. Wow, 10 out of 10. I'm rocking today. Wow. Okay guys, so our next dish is going to be a little bit more challenging. Not because of the ingredients. Actually, ingredients for this dish is very easy to find. It's the skill. I am going to make bún chả Hà Nội. If you ever been to Vietnam, you know this dish. It's basically barbecue meat with noodle and fresh herb. Okay, let's start with the salad. So normally we would need a papaya and a carrot. I don't have both of them, but I have a kohlrabi and it would work as well. Not as good as the papaya and carrot, but we are making the best out of what we have. Okay, let's peel them. So we're going to add a bit of sugar and a little bit of vinegar there and a bit of water. And then we're just gonna let it soak for around 1 hour. How much? I don't know. You guys just mix them together until you feel like it tastes good. You guys can do this. You guys have a bad taste too. I almost forgot. Add some garlic in here. Okay, now you leave it there. Don't touch it anymore. What we need is pork belly. We're going to cut it like this small, okay? So to season the meat, I have watched a lot of video, and the best recommendation that they gave is that do not put just shallot and garlic in there, because if you put chopped garlic and shallot in the meat itself and then you have to grill this later, the shallot and the garlic will be burned and it's not gonna taste good and taste clumpy. So we're going to chop them and we're going to soak them in water and we're going to squeeze the water into the meat. I have never heard of this technique in my life. I'm very excited. So originally with this dish, you're supposed to grill the meat in charcoal, but since I'm living in an apartment, obviously there's no way I can grill it. So we're just going to use the air fryer. So just chop this into very small pieces. I have a chopper, so I'm just gonna... Let's add some water in here so that it's got mixy. So now we're going to season it with fish sauce, MSG, oyster sauce, and a bit of sugar. Guys, I don't have oyster sauce. It's the whole reason why the dish is like looking the way it is. Just gonna put soy sauce here instead. Believe me, this hurts me more than it hurt you. And then we're going to let this rest for around 30 minutes. Then we can put it into the air fryer. Alright, so now that we're waiting for the meat, let's take care of the veggie. So the truth of the matter is I bought all of the ingredients a week ago to plan to make this video. And I didn't. And because of that, I slowly eat the ingredients. And now we have very few stuff left. So we have to make the most of it then. First of all, we need to have, what is it called? Oh, it's not good anymore. This veggie. You can easily find it in Asian supermarket. If you don't have it, just use salad. It's fine as well. But if you have it, make it more authentic with this. Okay, so now we move on to the noodle. It should be rice noodle. And it should be the rounded one, looking like this. Not the flat one you see for pho, okay? This one you can easily find in Rewe, Germany. If you don't live in Germany, you can go to Asian supermarket and just try to find those rice noodle that looking a little bit like this or bigger, but it should be round, okay? And then we're going to boil them as per instruction. Okay, let's grill the meat. Just gonna put them here. And we're going to grill it on the air fryer, I guess, for around 15 minutes. While waiting for the meat, let's start with the sauce. I promise this is the last step. The last step, I promise. First, let's put, let's say, 200 grams of water. And then 200 grams of fish sauce. You just need to taste it so that it is like a bit saltier than your normal soup. And then sugar. You have to cook it so that it is hot, boiling hot. And then add vinegar in here. But maybe wait until it's boiled first. We have the meat, we have the veggie, we have the noodle, we have the soup. Let's mix them up together. Soup is really hot now, so it's good. We're gonna pour the soup into the meat now. Then we're going to add the salad into this bowl as well. We got it, you guys. It's the veggie, noodle, meat, salad. This is how you're going to eat it. You're going to dip some noodle and veggie into the soup and eat it with the meat. It took way longer than I thought, actually. I'm so sorry. I thought it's going to be like an easy recipe. It's still kind of easy, you guys. You guys can have this, all of the ingredients easily in your country, so I still consider it a win. Let's test it. I would say this is 70% close to the bún chả Hà Nội I had in the store. The meat is not marinated to the best of its potential yet, but it's still really good. I'm very happy about this, you guys. Been a very successful cooking session. I hope you guys learned something so you can cook some yummy Vietnamese dish at home as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.